We invited folks to trace their hands, and we call it the handprint project, and the idea is that you trace your hand in remembrance of those who have taken their lives because of homophobic or transphobic bullying, but also to remember those who are still here with us, and send positive messages around that you are not alone, as the name of the rally, in feeling, you know, sometimes these negative homophobic and transphobic remarks, that you're not alone and there's resources and people out there to support you.
Even though we've made advances, there's still a struggle for youth in this country. When we've heard the news stories highly publicized about youth suicides.
We lose a lot more than what the media is showing us due to homophobia and basically general unacceptance of our youth that want to identify as who they are.
This highly publicized event is not new. It happens every day. 600 youth, queer youth a year kill themselves based on bullying and harassment about their identity or perceived identity.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning youth are up to 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual peers, according to the Massachusetts 2006 Youth Risk Survey.
When you witness a bias, call the offending party out on it. Say something like, "Saying things like that is really hurtful to me and offensive."
In school, GLBTQ teens have to deal with harassment, threats, and violence directed at them on a daily basis. They hear anti-gay slurs such as homo, faggot, and sissy about 26 times a day, or once every 14 minutes.
Claim it. Make it your issue. It makes me uncomfortable to hear or see stuff like that. Or, there are people I care about who are LGBTQ and don't want to hear or see them hurt.
33.8% of students who did report an incident said that school staff did nothing in response.
86.4% of LGBT youth surveyed by GLSEN were verbally harassed, called names, or threatened at school because of their sexual orientation, and 63.7% because of their gender expression.
Consider writing an op-ed to your local newspaper to educate your community about the impact of anti-LGBT bullying and the remedies to help build safer schools for all students and communities for all people.
The world is already really tough on its youth, but it's even tougher if you're a part of the LGBTQ community. It's hard to understand why people can hate us for being who we are, why they feel the need to treat us like they're better than us. It's harder to understand how these people don't see the pain they're causing, this pain we feel deep in our bones, this pain that makes us wonder if they're right, if we really are abnormal. Are we really abominations? These thoughts sometimes put us in a dark place, a place that's hard for us to escape. Some of us have friends to pull us from this place, and others have family. Some of us though feel so alone, no matter how many people we are surrounded by, and they don't know how to cope with the pain.
I came to the event because I'm concerned about the about youth and suicide, and especially about bullying. I'm also concerned because I have 2 sons, and one is in pre-K and about to start school, and I'm a gay parent, so I'm very concerned.
To think that maybe if just one person had showed them other ways to cope, had just been there to listen to them, that they would have realized that it doesn't matter if they hate us, fear us, and refuse to understand us. All that matters is that we love ourselves, make ourselves feel safe, and stay strong in our beliefs.
Out of a painful history, I rise. Out of a past rooted in pain, I rise.
We want to make it better right now, right here in Lewiston, Auburn, here in Maine, here in the United States. So we're here for Outright Lewis and Auburn. I'll tell you a little bit about what Outright does. We work in all over Androscoggin County. Our mission is to create safe and affirming spaces for youth age 22 and under who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning.
It's a place where young people get to affirm themselves and to know that they're not alone, because, you know, that's the really awful thing about being queer, is that you feel alone, you feel isolated, you feel like you're the only one. Certainly that's the way that I felt, and for me it was retreating into books and things of that nature, trying to find, you know, if I was really alone. So actually being able to come face to face with other people who are like you and possibly, you know, talk, chat, even, you know, have friends who are like you, and possibly even fall in love with someone, you know, when you're a teenage queer. I mean, that's just really great.
So that's a big job. We've been here for about 14 years now, which is kind of astounding. Some of you that I see.
Hi, I'm Mary Jo Carlson from Waterville and a mother of a trans man, and I'm here to read you the birth announcement that I sent out when he was reborn as a man, to family and friends, to pave the way so that they would have a little inkling of how to talk to him when they saw him and how to inform themselves of what it is like and just what the whole process was. This is from May 2004. I'm writing to announce the birth of my older son, Melson Caldwell Carlson, who will be 22 next October. Mel is transsexual and, as you may know, a wonderful person, artist, and musician. This may come as a surprise to some of you, so this note is a way to give you time to get used to the idea and to begin thinking of Mel as a guy. Please use male pronouns when you refer to and speak to him. No one knows more than I do that pronouns are tricky creatures. Life is too short to spend it in the wrong body. I love my son and support him. If you have questions about how to go about changing the way we think of someone, it's okay. Please feel free to ask me. General questions about surgery and other procedures are best answered by resources such as ftmi.org and pflag.org. Melson emphatically wants you to know that the spirit he has always been lives on. Please join me in welcoming him. I don't know what. I stand as an ally and a parent who's happy to speak to any group. I don't usually get all choked up like this. To help parents just come to grips with whatever is going on and to talk about how they might support that person. And my biggest message is to the parents, it's not about you. It's about that person.